Now we got to do a summary. I am pissed. I am utterly pissed at Tesla for the absolute lack of presentation prep. Elon Musk was apparently up at 2 a.m. yesterday dicking around testing a new feature on Twitter Spaces, and now he's sitting on stage looking like he's about to fall asleep. It's no surprise that a presentation that Tesla was preparing to put on for the last, 6 months is a complete flop and a complete disaster. This felt like sitting in a video game with a shotgun, sitting outside of somebody's door camping them, only to realize that the people inside have logged off. Elon Musk has logged off from Tesla. This is disgusting. It took him reading all of the hate on Twitter to finally actually announce the Giga Mexico, which, wow, cat was already out of the bag 4 weeks ago when Bloomberg announced it. And yesterday, look, Elon's like falling asleep here. Come on, man. He can barely keep it up. And that's right. If you want to lose a boner, this was a 4-hour presentation for you. This was disgusting. Now, look, I already hear it. I hear the people going, oh, but Kevin, if you're really a long-term investor and you're not a trader, you should be buying the dip. You don't get it. Most humans evaluate a company and how they feel about the company by the stock price. That matters for the damn retail community and for the employees. You don't have to talk to me about long-term investing. I get it. When I see long-term trends, I flip-flop and I tell everyone about it. This is why you should join the courses in the psychology of money, because when the facts change, you should change your mind. It's simple. There's a flash sale that I actually aligned its expiration for with the alignment of Tesla Day, Investor Day, because I didn't think it would be this pathetic. This is now embarrassing that the expiration of the flash sale aligns, where you get lifetime access for the programs on building your wealth, with this presentation, because it was a joke. Now, some people are like, but Kevin, if you were an engineer, you would appreciate the information. Hello, they presented 99% of all of the information they talked about today in other presentations. They used the same damn graphics. They used virtually the same damn information as they did on AI Day and Battery Day. We barely got anything else. We basically got the Optimus robot jerking some sort of object up and down and like basically trying to envision it building itself. Great. The last thing I want is a robot being able to jerk itself, okay? Look, what we need, what Tesla investors need is an investor day that is a thank you to investors, a roadmap to investors. This was a middle finger to Tesla stock investors. This is how you burn the stock and create a downtrend. It's almost as bad as Elon dumping $24 billion worth of shares in 2022 to go focus on being the CEO of Twitter. Now, why hasn't he left being the CEO of Twitter yet to go back to Tesla? Because he's too distracted with new features over there. Now, don't get me wrong. I like some of the new features, okay? I think they're doing a good job over there, but it's a middle finger to Tesla. And what you saw today with this presentation at Tesla was basically what Tesla looks like without Elon Musk. And you know what the reality is? It's bad, because you just gave a middle finger not just to Tesla investors, which, by the way, Elon Musk basically said the whole event was clickbait. He said, oh yeah, by the way, this isn't really investor day for stock investors. It's an investor day for people who are investing in Earth. That is almost as bad as literally the lady who's in charge of sustainability going up on stage and suggesting that, did you know the Model 3 has less emissions than a typical ICE vehicle? No shit, lady. It's an electric car. Like, what is this? This was like an introduction to people who've never experienced Tesla before. This was not an investor day. This was like how to put someone to sleep with white noise day, or maybe if somebody's never caught up on all the other crap, it was a presentation. It was regurgitated updates with barely any actual announcements, only hints of maybe we'll have some kind of new vehicles in the future via their sort of clickbait cover-ups of vehicles, but we already suspected that something like that would happen in the future anyway. Generation 3 platform is all about potentially more affordable, cheaper vehicles in the future. Okay, great. They have projections that maybe in the future they'll produce 300 million of those things that look like Mercedes Sprinter vans, which would be crew, aka passenger vans, or cargo vans on the left, and then a little thing on the right that looks like a Model 2. It's probably the two-door sedan for the Chinese market. But otherwise, this was really a clickbait presentation. This was not an investor presentation. This was a pump for the shorts. This was a Tesla Q presentation. Yeah, you're expecting your Model Q? That's exactly what you got. And it explains why in the last 2 days, Tesla has burned over 10% of their market cap. Because rather than spend $1 million on a proper PR staff that could have helped you all year long, you just decided instead to burn $60 billion thanks to this presentation. This was an incompetent service to investors. And yeah, there were tiny little announcements. I'll give you the bottom lines right now. But those were basically next to zero. They were they were indistinguishable updates from zero. It was not worth the 4 hours. It was a waste of time. And this was an example of what happens when you have the Tesla staff who's basically told, hey, look, Elon's master plan 3 is scale. Can you all talk about your own departments and come up with your own crap? I guarantee you this presentation was not reviewed by anyone in aggregate. Everybody decided to put their stupid puzzle pieces together, and the puzzle looks like shit. That's what this presentation was. This was a disgrace to Tesla investors. This should not have been called a Tesla Investor Day. This should have been called a Tesla Short Day. Now look, okay, great. They start with how 80% of energy today comes from fossil fuels. If we put the entire world on sustainable energies, it would only take about 1/3 as much energy, or actually they said half as much energy if you go to sustainables. That's great. But right now, 1/3 of the energy we use gets wasted in the form of waste heat. We really need like 240 terawatts of storage, and they give some numbers that equals like 30 terawatt hours of renewable energy production plus the storage. And the battery systems are great because they have management systems that make it so that utilities can use renewables with reliable uptime rather than the systems coming down. Basically, in order to have the storage needs that the world would need, you'd need about 61.5 million megapacks. They only produce about 10,000 a year. So great, yes, Tesla's going to 6,100x. Fantastic, okay? So they want to do 20 million vehicles. We heard that a million times before. Yeah, they showed us a cover-up car. They showed us a cover-up car 2 or 3 years ago as well. Nothing new. Okay, they want to go mostly with EV, and they can even maybe in the future use EV because electricity can make methane, which means you could even create rockets out of electric vehicle or out of electric batteries, but you probably need hydrogen for some certain commercial applications. Fantastic. We don't really need nickel in batteries except for long-range boats, aircrafts, and cars. Fantastic. The vast majority of cells in the future will be iron-based, and we're not going to use rare earth metals. So basically, rip MP Materials. Big FU to MP Materials as well from the Elon Musk team. Fantastic. Okay, what's Tesla's contribution to better manufacturing? Folks, it's space efficiency. 30% more space efficiency by basically, rather than assembling the car entirely on the assembly line, you basically divide it up into little quadrants or parts. I don't really care what you call it. You divide it up into little pieces. Everybody completely assembles it and paints it in different pieces. And really what they're trying to allude to is that the Optimus will in the future do all these different segments at the same exact time and put it together. Yes, long-term investor, that's freaking great. Did they properly convey that message? Abso-freaking-lutely not. Instead, Elon Musk is talking about the ratios of GDP. He's basically telling you, look, in the future, when we divide this car into different segments, we're going to be able to have robots assemble this damn car 10 times as fast as humans can do it now. Is that what Tesla told you? No, because they had an incompetent presentation. And I'm pissed off that they don't seem to care about communication. This is like literally I shouldn't use certain words. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to say it, but the presentation was on... I'm not going to say it. Anyway, so leave a comment in terms of what I'm trying to say, okay? All right, great. You'll need 4x less copper in the new system. Oh, wait, and that wasn't even from the investor presentation. That was from Elon Musk replying to someone on Twitter. The Optimus showed itself being built. Okay, whatever, that's not a big deal. Okay, they didn't find any useful gearboxes. They had to custom make stuff. Okay, they can make 12-volt batteries cheaper, and everybody's going to go from the 12-volt architecture or to the 40-volt architecture, or they're going to die. Fantastic. Their computers are faster. Their AI is the best in the world. Blah, blah, blah. The S and X have eliminated 40 parts, reduced the cycle time 10%, more factories to come. That's it. They didn't even talk about the copy and paste model. And it was only after Elon got shit on Twitter that he actually announced the Mexican factory. I don't know. Maybe he was waiting for the governor of Mexico or something to show up. I have no idea. They produced their 4 millionth car today. Fantastic. Okay, great. They cut the cost of the Model 3 by 30% by 2022. Dude, if you listen to any of the earnings calls for Tesla, you would have already known 99.9% of this stuff. So if any long-term investor is like, but Kevin, if you listen to the details, it was good. The details were all regurgitated. Look, I understand. Long term, yes. Is this a buy the dip opportunity? Yeah, it's just like the buy the dip opportunity for you to use the flash sale coupon code that expires today, because the price will be higher, guaranteed, in the future. Yes, you could get lifetime access to all my bitching and complaining in the course member live streams, and that's where you get the real bitching and complaining. You want to know what really goes on behind the scenes? Go over there and ask me some real questions. Anyway, then Elon Musk did give us a nice little bonus, a little rub, and the rub was, hey, small changes in price seem to have a really big effect on demand, and we kind of think demand is mostly infinite. Fantastic. Okay, great. That's wonderful. Great job, Elon. Wonderful. Yes, you reduce the price. You have a wonderful car. We love it. That's fantastic. But really, did we really learn anything here? No. This was a boring waste of time, and it was a communication failure. All you needed, literally all you needed today, was Elon Musk with 15 minutes standing in front of everybody, and all he needed to say was, hey folks, here's my plan. Here's my plan. And the plan of Team Tesla. It kind of sounds a little Trumpian. The plan is to go hugely. We're going to build gigafactories everywhere. In fact, today, we're proud to announce the Mexico Gigafactory. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, wonderful. Then we just got approval for permits to import vehicles in Malaysia. And then we're going to build factories out there, and they're going to be huge. They're going to be the best factories ever. Then we're going to build some more factories. We'll consider Vietnam. We'll consider the United Kingdom. We'll even consider Canada to make sure we can take advantage of the Inflation Reduction Act to bring costs down for you. That's right. Bring costs down for you. That's all we need to do. See, as Elon Musk, my goal is to make sure we have bigly success. And as a result, at some point in the future, and we don't have an exact time frame yet, but we plan to unveil the Model 2. That will be a 2-door, smaller battery vehicle in China. That's right, in China, we'll have a smaller vehicle so we can compete against BYD. And then we're going to do as Mercedes does, but we're going to do it better. We're going to do it better than Mercedes and Ford. We are going to bring the Sprinter van to Tesla. That's right. We think contractors need not only pickup trucks, but cargo vans. And they can be used as passenger vans as well, because we'll have 2 different configurations. We don't yet know when exactly we'll bring those products out, but we hope we can bring those products out in the decade. And our team, all the people at Tesla, are going to do a great and fantastic and huge and bigly job to make sure margins approach 30%. And at the same time as our margins approach 30%, we'll be able to reinvest that free cash flow into our bigly Optimus robot plan, which could be an order of magnitude larger for the market cap for Tesla. That's all we need here at Tesla Investor Day, to know that we are on the right path to a sustainable future. And yes, we're going to go bigly with our batteries as well. Maybe at some point in the future, we'll even be able to have bigly battery-powered rocket ships. Rocket ships that are so great that they can land themselves, and we'll be able to work directly with SpaceX by supplying batteries for the SpaceX program. That's right. We will make Tesla huge. Dude, that's all. That's all. That's literally all they needed to say. That's literally it. 3 minutes. That's all they needed to do. God, I'm leaving now.